Hi everyone, coming to you from my favorite place at the lake. You see, this is where I am. And so today I would love to talk to you about why it is that if you are going for your big, bold dreams, that once you make the decision and you decide that this is what you're gonna do, that there will be a lot of opposition, and it can come in many, many forms. And so you will 100% be afraid. And Bob Proctor would call this the terror barrier. So the minute you make a decision, let's say you want to buy the house and you know you can afford it, you have the money, it's all good, but still there is this anxiety coming up, you're afraid. And it's for every big decision in your life. So changing jobs, changing careers, buying a house, getting married, all the big stuff always has that. That's what I say, like the day before you get married, you start thinking, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? And the reason why that is because the mind wants to keep you safe. And for the mind, safe means what is familiar. So if you do things that you never did before, then your mind is going to present you with a lot of information that is going to give you anxiety. So people ask me all the time, like, how is it that you can have such a happy, blissful life, and you always see the positive and the good in even when things are not looking that good on the outside? Because those fears, they are just showing your limited beliefs. As I said, law of attraction is not really something that comes to you. You're not attracting something in your life. You are the life that you have, the vision that you have of your life is the reflection of what you think your life should be, what you think you deserve, what you are creating. Whatever you create, your thoughts create your reality. That is reflected, and that is what shows up in your life. So when you want to do something that is out of the box, like something new, something that you never did before, that means that your mind doesn't have any information about that. So your mind is like a data bank, and it is programmed. It is programmed with all the information, all the things that you before already experienced. And of course, I talked about that before already, like it's the story of the chicken and the egg. What came first, the thought or the experience? And it is like, it's a circle, like it goes, it's like one didn't come before the other, it's like at the same time, and again, like if we go the non-duality route, all is one. So there is nothing, there is no story, there is no you, there is no me, there is nothing. It's all one. It's one big illusion. But when you're in the illusion, when you're going through the experience, then it feels really real. Okay, so when there are things happening on your path of development, on your expansion, whenever you want to expand, you need new information. And that new information is not going to come out of your data bank that you have right now. You need to expand your information. And how do you do that? By getting out of the way. And I cannot say it enough. You have to get out of the way and allow the universe, infinite being that you are, God, no matter how you want to call it, come in and do it for you. So when you feel anxiety coming up, the goal is to self-regulate, to really take a couple of deep breaths and say, okay, what is causing this anxiety? Why? What is happening? And you do some exercises and you let it go. It is only an illusion. It is only showing you what your limited beliefs are, what your programming is. So when they say you have to do something out of your comfort zone, you have to get out of your comfort zone, you have to go jumping out of a plane or walking on coals, and I'm not saying that it's wrong, but those things are out of your comfort zone. But in daily life, there's also such a thing as coming out of your comfort zone, and it is way less spectacular. It is just the feeling of discomfort that comes up when you make minor decisions, when you do minor, like just daily stuff. And so when that anxiety comes up, that is also a fear. That's the fear that you have to overcome in order to grow. And I'm not saying that jumping out of the plane is not making you grow, but I had an experience with that. I went, I don't know, is it paragliding that it's called, like from a rock and then you run, and then you are in the air. And I thought I was going to get a whole rush of adrenaline and it was going to be scary, and it wasn't. It was just wonderful. There was no such thing as fear or a rush. But when I sometimes just walk in the street and I'm thinking about something that I am afraid of, like something, like I can just get an anxiety feeling when I'm walking by the thoughts that I have, and I'm not jumping out of anything, but I still feel that fear. And that is because I bump into something that my mind feels that it has to protect me. So let's say I'm thinking about going on my road trip, and thinking about that, and then I'm like, oh my God, and what's going to happen? Am I going to have enough money? And is this going to work? And is this going to blah, 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 blah? And then the anxiety comes. That is the fear that you have to overcome, that is going to make you grow the most. Because that is showing you your limited beliefs. And all those things come up when you want to do it, when you want to make a change in your life. Those fears are going to come up. And that's what they say, on the other side of fear, that's where your success is. And it's not the fear that you go seeking for, that you like jumping out of a plane. That's a fear that you go. But I didn't even have that fear, because I was very comfortable. I knew the person that was gonna jump with me. It was all good, nothing could happen. But the fear, I have other kind of fears that are in my head, just walking on the street, and I get this anxiety, and I'm like, where is this coming from? Oh, I was thinking about my road trip. So it gives me that little excitement, but anxiety too, like a kind of fear. And then I have to let it go, because it's just my programming that is trying to hold me back. So when you don't feel any anxiety ever, you're probably not really growing. I know that's a bold statement, but it is in a way true. If you never feel kind of anxiety or fear or stress or something like coming up that's not that comfortable, you are probably not really doing anything that is making you expand. And that's fine if that's not what you want. But usually when you're watching my videos, you want to grow, you want to expand. And so if you feel that anxiety, instead of thinking that it is a bad thing, be happy, because it shows you what you need to change, and it shows you that you're on the right track, that you're doing a good job. Okay, that's it for today. If you need my help with anything, just send me an email, book a call with me, and we'll take it from there. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Bye.